And what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Designated Players and MLS podcast. Today, we are doing something a little bit different, something I've been wanting to do for quite a long time. Way back in 2020, a friend of mine sent me over Red Bull themed MLS top cards, and I thought they were so cool, but I never really thought about getting into it, opening packs and seeing what I can get out of boxes and things like that. And then I saw that they dropped the 2024 MLS Topps Chrome trading card pack, as you can see on your screen. And I was like, you know what? I think it's about time we get into this. So we have ourselves a box of 2024 Chrome MLS trading cards that we're going to open up here and just have a look and see what we can get. I have no idea what's worthwhile. I have no idea what I should be looking for. I'm just hoping to get some cool cards, hopefully a lot of Red Bull cards, and maybe some duplicates to give away to some of our friends and fans. So without further ado, why don't we just jump right into it? I'm going to go ahead and open this box here. And we got ourselves a little hole there. And now we should be ready to pop this guy open. This stuff survived a transport to New York, a plane flying back to Carolina, all without so much as a scratch. So the packaging, very impressive. Can't complain about the packaging, but open this stuff up here. Finally got it. There we go. Box is now just a little bit bent, but that's okay because we care about the cards more than the box. All right, so the plastic covering is off. Now it's just a little indent. Slide it open, and there you have it. 20 packs, 4 cards each, I believe. 20 packs, 4 cards each, and as you saw in the box there, get it right way around, 2 Chrome autographs per box. We have it open. I'm going to set the box off to the side, maybe hold on to it. It looks kind of cool. And let's just jump right into it then and see what we have. Now, I apologize for any technique that is not proper or correct or what have you. I've never done this before, so let's just see what we get here. And there is the first pack open. Only 4 cards, so we'll just open it, see what's inside. Right. So first up, we've got Giovanni Jesus, an RC card. Nice little design there. It's upside down and backwards. We've got designated player Alan Polito from SKC, 235 out of 250. I don't know what those mean either. I know that the lower the number, the better you are. That's not too bad. Ooh, LAFC, Hugo Lloris, little goalkeeper card in there with from the snow game, the RSL snow game. Yeah, 15 saves over his first 3 appearances, winning his 2024 debut. Yeah, these were printed funny. We've got 8 games played in 2024. I'm not sure that's quite right, but set that off to the side. And then a Chicho Aranjo from Real Salt Lake. Card's a bit bent, which is unfortunate. But yeah, joined up in 2023. As we know, Chicho Aranjo, a killer of a striker, except for the end of his 2024 year. Not so much success there. But that is the first pack done. No Red Bull yet. No big killers yet. We'll set these off to the side. I will be getting a binder with like card sleeves and stuff to keep it relatively contained and safe and stuff. I do want to keep good care of any of the good ones that I got. So, alrighty here. Let's go ahead for another one. See if I can. Alright, looks like we got another attacker right off the bat. Toronto. Alright, we start off with Hugo Mbangwe, homegrown player from 2022. Not tons of experience, but does get a little bit more experience as the years go on. A little MLS Next action as well. You got Omar Campos, a defender, an RC card out of LAFC. And there we go. We have our first Lionel Messi card. Nice shiny reflection there, as we know. Decent little player that Messi guy is. But that's our first Messi card of the day. And we finish with Santiago Moreno, midfielder from Portland. 0 for 2 on the Red Bull so far, but as we know, Moreno, huge 2022 and 23 season for Portland, number 125. Yeah, so I just stepped away here to grab a garbage bag because these chrome packages are going to be mighty messy by the time we're done. Pun intended. Not really. We're going to open it backwards here because it seemed like the last one we were giving away too many spoilers there. So I'm going to try and open it backwards. There we go. So we're going to start with Santi Rodriguez, another RC card. Midfielder out of New York City, one of their better players last season, though he was unable to beat New York Red Bull in the playoffs, as we all know. Next one, DeJuan Jones, home of the Brave. DeJuan Jones, little USMNT action insert there. International debut on January 26, 2023. Last 26 minutes against Serbia, and then he notched back-to-back assists in wins over Trinidad and Tobago and Canada. Somebody who I think should get a lot more time with USMNT, but we'll see how that gets on. Next one. It's another New York City player, 45 out of 199, Tyus Magnum, no longer with the side, of course, loaned out with an option to buy, I believe. Very, very nice. I love the purple on that in the background there. Great looking card. And then finally, Lorenzo Della Valle, defender, another RC card for LAFC. The Italian Youth International ACL injury, if I remember correctly, the center back. Hoping he can get healthy and back into the swing of things for LAFC. They will need him with Jesus Maria now out. The other thing too, I am not able to see what you guys are seeing on the pack opening camera because it is just a GoPro with no feedback, so I hope you are catching everything. All right, we're going to start with Christian Roldan. Seattle Sounder, decent little player. Another American men's national team player. Seattle is looking strong this year now, trading for Jesus Ferreira, bringing Rusnak back, possibly Areola and Jordan Morris with Christian Roldan. This is a Bruce Arena wet dream. And then we go with all for one Lorenzo Insigne. If I remember correctly, this is an insert for tattoos, I believe. That might be wrong. I have to double check that, but a very nice background there. All for one Lorenzo Insigne. Super sub Christian Ramirez for Columbus Crew. A great addition to that side. Somebody who's been a huge help balancing out the Cucho Hernandez attack. A little journeyman action, if you will, jumping around MLS and in Scotland for a little bit. Now back with the Crew, winning titles, pushing for continental glory. And finally, we've got it. Our first Red Bull. It's Emil Forsberg. Of course it is. The maestro, the Swedish maestro in the midfield. If he wasn't injured, would he have won Newcomer of the Year? The streets are saying. I may be the streets, but the streets are saying, people. The other good news, there are 200 cards in this set, and we only have 80 here, so we shouldn't get any duplicates, but you never know, being the way that MLS is. Let's open this one right side up here. Ooh, I like the design on that one. What do we got? It's a flashback. All right, I was reading about these. I got little like MLS legend flashbacks in there, and of course we're going with Orlando City's Kaká to start that off. An AC Milan legend back in this day, one of the only people to win the Ballon d'Or that wasn't Messi or Ronaldo way back in the day. A great addition to Orlando. Unfortunately, could not do a ton of work with Orlando. They did not surround him with the greatest of players, but it was a lot of fun to watch him in MLS back in the day. That'll go into its own little sleeve, of course. Oh, we got another one here. Pitch Prodigy, another kind of young player highlight there. It's Tyler Wolff, turning 20, no longer on Atlanta with RSL after the transfer window. Nice little design. I like that design. Little half and half, the mirror reflection and the Pitch Prodigies on one side. And we're going to follow that up with Gabriel Peck, Newcomer of the Year. Personally, somebody I think who was robbed for MVP. If you look at his stats, they're better than anybody who was in the MVP race to begin with. Top 5 in underlying numbers all across the board. The dude was a monster this year for LA Galaxy, helping them to MLS Cup 2024. And of course, Diego Gomez, no longer with the side, working with Brighton. Another RC card. Good little design. Again, cards are bent. That's one thing I'm not super happy with. That might be my fault based off of how how much they've been transported the last couple of weeks. But yeah, 20 years old. Once again, I like how Red Bull always find their way in there. Opener, the 2-0 victory against Red Bull. Yeah, he's one of the biggest outgoing transfers in MLS history. Bright future ahead for him. Alrighty, so we are 5 packs in, 15 to go. Still 60 cards to get through. Oh, and we're already starting off with a pitch prodigy. The one thing you can't do with these cards like other people do with like Pokemon or whatever is you can't open them from one side and do like a card trick because the names are on the back anyway. But we've got Pedro de la Vega, somebody who I think is going to have a huge 2025. Recovering from his injury, he looked really good coming back from it. Hopefully he comes back stronger and can produce. And speaking of somebody who I think might have a breakout, Sanusi Ibrahim, somebody who I was really excited for. I don't know if he's actually still on the team. He might have been let go. Nope, he is still there according to the 2025 roster on Transfer Market. So let's see if he can break out. I always thought he had a lot about him. Good athleticism, good pace, good finishing ability. See if CF Montreal can get him involved more in 2025. Oh, big city striker, Pitar Musa, one of the better big name signings from last season. A huge addition for Dallas. Now going to need to find somebody to give him service with Jesus Ferreira gone, but a great little design. Big city strikers, you got the design in the background. Very nice. And we finish off with Luciano Acosta. Well, who knows if he'll be back in 2025. Lots of rumors about him not being happy of being offered to Brazil and South America. You know, a fantastic player, MVP race the last couple of years, but on again, off again for Cincinnati. He's either really good or he's completely out of the game. So, pack 7 here. Oh, nice. We start off with our guy, Year of Omir Fernandez. I don't know when this video is going to go out, but my guess is going to be before the start of Season 6, which means the next video you see on this channel will be an interview with Omir Fernandez, somebody we sat down with just before the new year to chat about his 2024, goals for 2025, and everything in between. So make sure you go check that out if you haven't, or if you're not subscribed already, or be ready to check that out because it is such a good chat. Honest, funny, just an all-around great guy. Make sure you subscribe to see that one. We go to flashback David Villa. It could have been anybody else, couldn't have. The David Villa versus BWP matchup in New York during their prime was so much fun to watch. I was actually at the game with my brother when they went. He had a hat trick. BWP had a brace. It was just all aboard insanity. It was so much fun to watch. This dude was absolutely class. Just not enough good things to say about him for somebody on a rival team, you know? Nice little flashback. 117 appearances, 77 goals. That'll tell you. Probably didn't deserve his MVP, but that's a conversation for another day. And now we're on to LAFC again. It's Denny Bwanga. Another interesting design. I'm not really sure I'm loving this LAFC design. I think it could be a little bit better. I don't know if it's an insert, if it's a specialty card. But yeah, not huge on that design. But Denny Bwanga, of course, a top player. And then Paxton Pomykal rounding it out, an injured 2024. We'll see if he can bounce back for 2025. And go backwards here. We're going to start with another Hugo Lloris. And because of the design on this one, yeah, it looks like that has to be a specialty design. I'm going to slide these guys out here for a second. There's the first Hugo Lloris, and here's the second. So there has to be some sort of specialty design with that LAFC card. Do we have any others that look kind of like that? I'm not sure. I'm going to slide this guy back. Yeah, I guess so. We got the Inter Miami one that has that kind of design there. I'm not quite sure what insert that is, but at least we know it is a specific card type, which is cool. Next up, home of the Brave, another USMNT, but with the wrong club. Jesus Ferreira now a part of the Seattle Sounders. A great little card, somebody who I think could sneak into the men's national team picture in 2026 if he has a really banging 2025, but he's got a lot of work to do, so we will see how that goes. But I do like that home of the Brave look for that card type. Ooh, this one looks big. It's an autograph. It's Eric Tommy. It looks, it's a shame. I think these are sticker autographs, which is bringing down the quality just a little bit, but 92 out of 99, one of the last ones out there. But Chrome autograph card from 2024, Topps Chrome Major League Soccer. Well, it says it was guaranteed by Topps who guarantee authenticity, but it does look stickery. Like, I'm looking at it right now, unless that's a sticker that protects the, I don't know if you could see it based off of the camera, but it might be a sticker to protect the signature, make sure it doesn't fade away, which would be cool. But yeah, 92 out of 99, a green background, very nice looking card. That'll get into its own sleeve as well eventually. And then Eric Duenas out of LAFC, another RC card. Decent look. Homegrown player, hasn't done a ton with LAFC just yet, but you never know with that club how they're going to integrate their players. Okay, so I think this is pack 8, if my numbers are correct. And we start with another pitch prodigy. It's Julian Fernandez, somebody who may not be here by the start of 2025. Not a ton of minutes in 24. Somebody you would have expected to see really impact New York City. He got 21 appearances for 667 minutes, so clearly not in the picture right now, but you never know, he could bounce back and be a really, really big part of the 2025 season for New York City. And then we move on to Amine Bassi. Houston Dynamo, wide player, attacking midfielder, somebody who can influence a game. I still think he needs a little bit more help around him, especially with Hector Herrera leaving the club. This next one, oh, it's Xherdan Shaqiri. 38 out of 150, a nice little stamp there, nice early card. Obviously no longer with Chicago, let go mid-season. Maybe one of the most disappointing... Oh, we got a little scratch there too. Oh, nope, just kidding. All right, we're good. Maybe one of the most disappointing designated player signings of all time. That's up for debate, of course, but yeah, definitely could have been better in his time in Chicago. And then we finish off with Penga Pazdag, he who only scores from 12 yards. Yeah, so I have no idea if this is the way I should be doing this. I don't know if, should I be talking about every player? Should I be, letting everything just go through, only talk about the good ones? I have no idea, but we're having fun with it. I hope you guys are too. And we open it up with, it's Joseph Paintsil, a very explosive, very dynamic winger, somebody that should be in the profile of every MLS team looking to play with wide players. Dude gets in behind all the time, creates tons of chances, scores lots of goals, somebody that every MLS team should be looking for. And we get another Omir Fernandez. Surely that's not the same one. We don't even have half of the cards here, and we're doubling up already. Now, it is the same, it's a double, but you can't complain with having that being your first double. I can't complain with Omir being the double. It is the year of Omir after all, so hopefully that gives him a bit of luck to push him on to the next level this year. Agustin Ojeda, a nice little RC card there, another player who you thought could have taken over games a little bit in 2025. Again, only 20 years old, but in 2024, only 3 goals in 900 minutes. Somebody you would expect to have a bigger contribution in 25, depending on who comes in. And it's regular Julian Fernandez to round things out. We've already spoken about him a little bit. Yep, so that was pack 10. We are halfway done. Look at the stack of these cards. Wow. Lots of cards there. Like I said, all the good ones are going to get their own sleeves when they come in next week, and everything's going in the binder, so it'll be nice and organized. But I wanted to get this recorded and edited for time's sake while I still have time off from work. Looks like we're opening this one backward. We're going to start with Nikos Sakaris, somebody who we all thought was going to be a breakout player this year. San Jose didn't have any breakout players this year, but they did set records. Bad records, but records nonetheless. Could be in for a very big 2025, depending on how they build that roster. Next up, it's Chicharanjo, a green background this time. I don't know if that's different from the other one we have. Let's have a quick look. It is. I don't know what the green background does. I don't know if that means anything or if it's better or worse or what have you, but it looks cool, so we'll take it. Next up, we got pitch prodigy Bartosz Slisz. Seems to be the favorite insert of the packs here is these pitch prodigies for us. I'll have to do a quick check and see how many we've got at the end. And finally, regular Ivan Angulo from Orlando. One of the better players and going to have to be a big part of 25 with Facundo Torres gone this year. Alrighty, into the back half here. Ooh, big opening already. Yep, once again, another pitch prodigy. It's Ibrahim Aliou, a breakout player with Houston this year, somebody that was predicted by Noodle Time to have a great year. And I will say, I think that he delivered better than most would expect. A very, very solid 6 goals and 4 assists in 2,700 minutes. So good return for Ibrahim Aliou. And we start with another flashback. Is that Bastian Schweinsteiger? Turn it around. Yes, it is 37 out of 99. A very, very good pull with the green background. A huge part of that Chicago team that made the playoffs in 2017. Still looking to get back, of course, but not there just yet. But a very, very good pull indeed. Box-to-box contributor. He really dropped back into center back by the time he was done, but a great looking card nonetheless. Ooh, another one of the Inter Miami different cards there with Federico Redondo. And then Lyle Abada. I think he can still give more to Charlotte this year, but we will see. Oh, a Johnny Fortune, somebody I think can have a really big year in 2025. He looked really good in the playoffs against Miami. Somebody I think can take a big step forward next season. We get another Lyle Abada back-to-back. Ooh, home of the brave, Miles Robinson. Somebody I think definitely should be in the picture for 2026, one of our better defenders. Yep, captain's armband in 2024. Really, really like the look of that card, and somebody who, with the center backs as wide open as they are in the national team, can make a stand for himself and earn that spot for 2026. And finally, a Federico Bernardeschi playing right wing back, which turned into go anywhere on the field whenever you want. And now looking to play for yet another coach in Toronto, 3rd in 3 years. So we'll see how he gets on. All right, so 7 packs left here. We're going to go ahead and dive right into it. Looking for more Red Bull players. We start off with a regular Lionel Messi. Not as impressive as maybe like a signature Lionel Messi or a numbered Lionel Messi, but we'll take it. Another home of the brave card. It's James Sands this time, who just a few hours ago, as of recording this video, sealed his move to FC St. Pauli on loan. We'll see if he can get himself back in the national team. I just don't know if there's a position that fits him. He's not big enough to be a center back at the national level, and a center mid, he's just not as impactful as I think other center mids are. So we'll see where he can fit in. Speaking of players that are no longer with us, it's Hector Herrera, who had his contract terminated at the end of the year. Hawk Tua Gate, as some have called it, but yeah, definitely one of the craziest stories in MLS. And the card I've been looking for, it is Flashback Thierry Henry, one of the greatest players in MLS history and one of the greatest players in Red Bull history. It was so much fun watching this guy play week in and week out. He made it look effortless. I mean, just pure. And because he was playing in 2010 MLS as one of the best players in the world, it was effortless to him. But man, so much fun to watch him play. I miss those days. I watch some of those highlights sometimes. Such a cool card to get. If I can only get 2 Red Bull cards, I'm glad this is one of them. Beautiful. All right, we go again. Obviously, I'm not going to tear these cards, but I always have that weird feeling in the back of my head, like, oh no, what if I mess up the pack opening part of this and ruin something, First St. Louis player, it's Thomas Ostra. St. Louis going to need to rebound big in 2025. Matthias Klick, DC United, that's a historical card. They're no longer with DC United, at Atlanta United now, playing with Bartosz Szlich in the midfield. Ooh, another pitch prodigy. It's Noah Allen, somebody who I think is a great addition to the homegrown movement in Miami, the little-known homegrown movement. Lots of good players coming out of that academy, and Noah Allen is one of them. And then we finish off with Pedro Vite, somebody who I had assumed was going to be a big breakout in 2024. Not so much, but still a quality little player. All right, we're into our final 5 here. Let's see if we can pull. We're still looking for 1 autograph and as many more Red Bull as they want to give us. So let's see what we get out of here. All right, so we're rolling back with more pitch prodigy. This one's Federico Redondo. I think we have his regular card or one of those cool insert cards, but I don't think we have it in pitch prodigy form, so that's a good get. Very nice. Jeremy Abobasi, no longer with San Jose. Of course, the new LAFC striker, somebody who's going to have a big year in 2025. You heard it here first. Glory to Columbus, Cucho Hernandez. What a great card that is. Look at the background there. Cucho Hernandez, one of the best strikers in MLS at the moment. Really nice background card there. I got no idea what I'm talking about, but it looks pretty, so I'll take it. And then we finish with Austin Diego Rubio. Yeah, I don't really know how people do pack openings like for a living. This is tough to just talk to nobody about cards. We got Peter Musa to start out. We talked about him a little bit in the Big City Striker pull that we got. Xavier Gozo. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is the first player we pulled. I don't know who this is. Utah-born, hometown signing in 2022. He made one appearance in 2023, so that explains it. All right, we've got purple Gabriel Peck, 50 out of 199. Great little pull. And finally, Vancouver Whitecaps, Damir Kreilach. RSL Kreilach was built different. Vancouver, though, not so much. All right, last three. Still looking for that last autograph. There are two chrome autographs in each book. We also don't have a Topps debut card yet. Don't have any of the debut cards yet, which are very hard to pull, of course, because there's only one of them. Speaking of there's only one of them, it's Darlington Nagbe. He is one of his own, one of, if not the best midfielder in MLS history. No arguing that. Regular Bartosz Slisz comes in. Nice little design for the Atlanta card there. We've got another flashback. It is Steven Gerrard. Oh man, as flashbacks come of the LA Galaxy players, he was kind of a show up and exist. 14 assists in 34 matches. That's actually better than I thought he did. But yeah, Gerrard probably should have just called it a career with Liverpool and ended it there. And then Paul Arriola, another player who is rumored to not be coming back to Dallas next year, on his way to Seattle. So we'll see how that goes for him. And our final two packs. I got to tell you guys, I'm not super hopeful we're getting this second autograph here, but we get another flashback David Villa. We get pitch prodigy Eric Dueñas. Julian Carranza, no longer with Philly, transferred over to Feyenoord. And Hugo Kuipers, Tom Barlow's protege. All right, our final pack in the 2024 MLS Topps pack opening. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. And let's see who we pull. Evander, somebody who may not be here next year. Jesus Ferreira, as we mentioned, already on his way to Seattle. Memory Makers, Julian Carranza. After Philadelphia faced Inter Miami in a cup match in August 2023, Carranza swapped shirts with Lionel Messi. Okay, that's a weird memory maker. Just somebody who got Messi's shirt. Cool. And Edward Loven, another St. Louis boy. But yes, that is it. There's no second autograph. Lots of pitch prodigy, lots of American born, and lots of flashbacks. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to let me know. And like I said, I was actually just looking, and it looks like the price has already dropped significantly on these, so I wouldn't mind doing another one of these sorts of videos if you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, we're going to make sure these all get into a nice binder, and we got a couple of extras there that we'd love to maybe give away to some of our friends. So yeah, definitely make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of the Designated Players and MLS podcast. See ya.